Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Dental Physiology Quiz Trial Run. On behalf of the organizing committee, we are pleased to welcome you to our school and department. Also, we would like to thank everyone who devoted their time and effort to attend this trial run. And to all participants, you are required to fill in your attendance by scanning the QR code or clicking onto the link provided in the chat box. Thank you. Another reminder to all participants, you are required to fill in your attendance by scanning the QR code and also clicking onto the link provided in the chat box. Thank you.
To ensure the smooth running of this event, I will now read out some housekeeping rules. First, participants should ensure that their Zoom account name is changed according to the format of T1PA, which means team number participants A or B or C. If you have any inquiries, feel free to type your questions in the chat box. Our team will try to assist you. And the third is, please switch on silent mode on your handphones throughout the event.
So this trial run is to make sure that all the participants understand the format of the competition. And at the end of the session, we will be having a question and answer session. So do voice out your confusion. We will try our best to clarify your confusion.
Now we would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Munif bin Muhammad Hilna to recite the prayers.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا من خزائن رحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Ya Allah, Ya Rahim, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Let your blessing and your peace be on your servant and your messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his family and his companions. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
Amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you. Without further ado, we would like to brief the general rules of this competition. First, each participant is given an IDPQ identification number. The IDPQ ID number can be obtained from your respective asset book. The IDPQ ID numbers is in this format, T1PA, which means team number participant A or B or C. You will always be referred as your IDPQ ID number, so please pay attention to this matter. Please ensure that you are muted and your camera is turned off during competition unless required. Each team must have 3 participants. Participants should know how to use Kahoot as it the platform that is used during the first round of the competition. It is recommended to use Kahoot via laptop as it gives a clearer view. Participants must enter their name into Zoom meeting and Kahoot quiz as their IDPQ identification number. For example, T1PA, which means team number participant A or B or C. Participants are prohibited to use any mobile device and seek help from anyone during the quiz competition. Anyone suspected by an official of cheating will be disqualified. If you do not know how to change your Zoom account name into your IDPQ ID number, please refer to the guidelines provided by your invigilators in the invigilation group. These are the simplified steps on how to change your Zoom account name. We will also be showing everyone on how to change their Kahoot account name with just a few steps.
Next, I would like to invite Justin, the head of Protocol and Competition Bureau, to explain the rules and format of the Kahoot round. Justin, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the MC. So I'm Justin. I will be briefing everyone about the rules and format for the Kahoot round. So firstly, we will be having only one round of Kahoot quiz. All participants will be joining in this round. At the end of the Kahoot round, only the top 24 teams will be eligible to compete in the quarterfinal, which will be conducted orally. Each round of the Kahoot quiz consists of 50 true or false questions and single best answer SPA. Each question must be answered within 30 seconds. Participants are not allowed to discuss their answers with their own teammates. They must answer the questions individually. Next, all participants must use their identification number as their name in the Kahoot quiz. For example, team number, participant A or B or C, team 1 PA. Each participant will require 2 devices. One device to answer the Kahoot quiz and the other device is for invigilation setup. This is the example for invigilation setup during the Kahoot round. Next, at the end of the quiz, individual scores of each participant from the same team will be summed up to obtain the cumulative marks of each team. If participants are disconnected from the Kahoot platform during the Kahoot quiz for any reasons, participants must re-enter the Kahoot quiz using a new nickname, which is their identification number with the bracket R. For example, you are team 1 participant A, bracket R. If this happens, the committee will only take the marks recorded by the new nickname T1PAR, which means that any previous marks collected from T1PA will not be counted and added together at the end of Kahoot round. That's all from me. Thank you.
Dear participants, after joining in each breakout room, we are going to have an interactive session first before the Kahoot round begins. But since it's a trial run, we would not be having this session. You are all invited to answer 50 questions using Kahoot to simulate the competition day itself in your respective breakout rooms. This is to familiarize yourself with the platform. So now you may enter your respective breakout rooms by activating the breakout room option at the bar below. Please feel free to reach out to us if you face any problems. Our facilitators are ready to assist you in your rooms. So this will be the participants for room 1. The participants for room 2. If your name appears here, do enter your respective breakout rooms. For room 3. Room 4. Participants for breakout room number 4 may enter. All right, sorry for the technical issue. The options for breakout rooms are available already. You guys may join your respective breakout rooms. Okay, these are the participants for breakout room number 5. Room 6. Room 7. And lastly, room 8. So to all participants again, do enter your respective breakout rooms. We'll see you guys later.
Participants who just joined the main lobby in the Zoom. We are now separated everyone into their respective breakout room. So please join your respective breakout room. So if you are team number 1 to 6 and number 49, please join room 1. All this breakout room list is in your WhatsApp group. So please refer it. Thank you very much. Hi everyone. For those participants who just joined the Zoom meeting, we have now separated all the participants into their respective breakout room. So please join your respective breakout room at the option below. Thank you. And also the name list for each breakout room has been sent into the WhatsApp in your WhatsApp group. So please join your respective breakout room. Thank you. Hi everyone. Uh, for those who have just joined the Zoom meeting, or those participants who just joined Zoom meeting, we are now have separated all the participants into their respective breakout rooms. So please, for those who just joined in the Zoom meeting, please join to your respective breakout room at the option below. The breakout room name list is in your WhatsApp group. So please refer to it and join your respective breakout room. I repeat, please join your respective breakout room for those participants who have just entered this Zoom meeting. Thank you.
To all participants, do remind your other teammates to join the general meeting for the oral round briefing. So yeah, remind your friends to come join back the general meeting. Dear participants,
Welcome back, everyone. We apologize for the technical issue we faced just now in the Kahoot round as our committee accidentally locked the Kahoot room. On the competition day itself, the Kahoot room will not be locked, and participants who left the Kahoot quiz accidentally can rejoin back the room. Thank you. We will now proceed with the oral round briefing. I would like to invite Mr. Hua Eun, the head of Protocol and Competition Bureau, to explain the rules and format of the oral round. Mr. Hua Eun, the floor is yours.
Thank you, MC. Hi everyone, I'm Warren, and now I'm going to brief everyone about the rules and format for the oral round. So first of all, the oral round consists of quarter-final, semi-final, and final. After the Kahoot round, the top 24 teams will be eligible to compete in the quarter-final round. After the quarter-final, the top 12 teams will be eligible to compete in the semi-final. After the semi-final, the top 6 teams will be eligible to compete in the final. I would like to remind all participants that the format of each of these rounds are the same. The only difference is the number of questions and sessions. Next, regarding the number sessions. For quarter-final, there will be 3 sessions. For semi-final, there will be 2 sessions. And for final round, there will be 1 session. Each of these sessions are carried out one at a time. So we will first start with the teams in the first session in breakout room alpha. The remaining teams will be joining breakout room gamma to wait for your session. Once the first session has ended, our facilitator will request participants of the next session to join breakout room alpha, while the participants from session 1 will join breakout room gamma. This is the sample of oral round sessions. The image shown is the quarter-final oral round. It is divided into 3 sessions. So, team based on the ranking of the Kahoot, the first, 4th, 7th, 10, 13, 16, 19, and the 22nd team of the Kahoot round will be involved in session 1. And they have to join breakout room alpha to answer the question in breakout room alpha, answer the oral round question. Same goes to session 2 and session 3. Next. Regarding the number of questions, for the quarter-final and semi-final, there will be 6 questions in total, whereas for final, there will be 9 questions in total. However, each participant will have to answer only 2 questions for quarter-final and semi-final, while each participant will have to answer 3 questions for the final round. The questions will be answered in the following manner. As you can see the table below, it is the question number for quarter-final round. So, for instance, all participant A from the team in that session will be answering question number 1 and number 2, while all participant B from all the teams will answer question 3 and question 4, while all participants C from all the team will answer question 5 and question 6. This is the question number for semi-final round and for the final round. Semi-final round is the same as the one at the quarter-final. The difference is for the final round, it's each participant will answer 3 questions. So for instance, all participant A from all the teams will answer question 1, 2, and 3. All participant B from all teams will answer question 4, 5, and 6. And all participants C from all the teams that eligible for the final will answer questions 7, 8, and 9. Regarding the method of answering the questions, participants must write down their answer on a piece of paper or a small whiteboard. Participants must use black whiteboard markers so that the answers can be easily read by the judge. If the answer cannot be clearly seen by the judges, marks will not be awarded to the participants. The questions will be repeated twice. Each participant has 20 seconds to write down their answers after the quizmaster has finished repeating the question. Participants are required to show their answer once the bell rings. Failure to do so may cause your answer to be rejected. 3 marks will be awarded to each correct answer. 0 marks will be given for each wrong answer. So the image below shows the method to show your answer to the judges in breakout room alpha. Regarding the invigilation setup, there will be 2 devices used for oral rounds, as well as the devices should be placed on a desk. So for the first invigilating device, the first device, it could be a laptop, computer, or a tablet, should be placed on a desk. The first device is used to answer the questions in the oral round. Participants will join breakout room alpha with their first device. The participants will mute themselves throughout the whole competition and unmute themselves when it is your turn to answer the questions. Participants will only need to switch on their camera while answering the question. Camera must be turned off at other times. This is a sample image for the camera setup for the first device in breakout room alpha. For the second invigilating device, the second device could be a phone or tablet, should be placed at the side and acts as an invigilation camera. Participants will join breakout room beta with their second device. The participant must always mute themselves throughout the whole competition. Camera must be turned on at all times throughout the oral round. Please ensure that the second device is placed horizontally and provides an invigilation view that covers your upper body and work area. This is a sample image for the camera setup for the second device in breakout room beta. All qualified participants for oral round, quarterfinal, or semi-final who are not involved in its session are required to join breakout room gamma as a waiting room to wait for your session. In this breakout room, participants will switch off their camera and mute themselves at all times. This is a summary table for the invigilation setup during the oral round. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Hua En, for your explanation. Now, let us watch a video demonstration prepared by our committee. This video demonstration will then visualize how the oral round will be conducted. Congratulations on qualifying for the oral round. Before we start, I would like to welcome our judge for this session, Dr. Shelby. Now, I will start briefing about the oral round. Every participant is required to answer the question posted to them individually. For example, question 1 and 2 will be directed to all participants A and so on. I repeat, question 1 and 2 would be directed to all participant A and so on. A total of 20 seconds will be allocated for each question, and participants who are answering the question are required to switch on their cameras and unmute your mics. Participants are also required to write your answers down on a blank sheet of paper with a marker pen and show it to the camera when the round ends. So, question 1 and 2 will be answered by all participant A, so please switch on your camera and unmute your mics. I repeat, to all participant A, switch on your camera and unmute your mic. Okay, so for question 1, what is foie gras made from? I repeat, what is foie gras made from? Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answers to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answers clearly. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. Again, question number 2 will be answered by all participant A. Right, so the answer for question 1 is goose or duck liver. Moving on. For question number 2. The leading source of salmonella poisoning is what? Your 20 seconds starts now. Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answers to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answer clearly. All right. Okay, so now to all participants, you may turn off your camera. We will be moving to questions 3 and 4. And questions 3 and 4 will be answered by all participants B. So please switch on your cameras and unmute your mic. To all participant B, please switch on your cameras and unmute your mic.
ನೋಡು ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಬಂದ್ರು ಬಹುಶಃ
Okay, so for question number 3, what country in the world produces the most coffee? I repeat, what country in the world produces the most coffee? Your 20 seconds start now. Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answers to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answer clearly. I repeat, please show your answers to the camera. Okay. For the 4th question, what does the Japanese word sayonara mean? I repeat, what does the Japanese word sayonara mean? Your 20 seconds start now. Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answer to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answer clearly. All participants may now turn off your cameras. We will be moving on to question 5 and 6. Question 5 and 6 will be answered by all participant C. So please switch on your camera and unmute your mic. I repeat, to all participants C, please switch on your cameras and unmute your mic. Question number 5. Can most adults digest the lactose in milk? I repeat, can most adults digest the lactose in milk? Your 20 seconds start now. Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answers to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answer clearly. All right. Moving on, question number 6. English is most closely related to what language? I repeat, English is most closely related to what language? Your 20 seconds start now. Time's up. Please stop writing and show your answers to the camera. Please ensure that the judges can see your answer clearly. All right. So that concludes for our oral round. Thank you to all participants. You may turn off your cameras. So the demonstration video just now, it's not a proper illustration of what will happen during competition day. Any suspicious actions or movements detected by the judges or invigilators will be dealt with accordingly. So now we will be having our project advisor, Professor Cheng Hui Ming, to give a few words to all participants.
Okay, can you hear me?
Clear, Prof.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, just to say hello to all the IDPQ teams for this second online session of the Dental Physiology Quiz. So this Dental Physiology Quiz was initiated with the idea of trying to streamline physiology information that is more relevant to dental professionals. And so we started this 5-6 years ago, and we've been receiving quite good response from overseas teams when we met physically in Kuala Lumpur. And of course, in the last year, we still could not do it. And so last year we had the first online, and we still had quite good response. But this year, I'm very pleased that we were able to welcome new countries to this quiz, and you would have seen the list, but let me just mention them here as a specific welcome. We have one team very far away from Brazil, one team from Moldova, which is actually borders the country of Ukraine that is in the news lately, and another team from Kazakhstan, Central Asia, yeah. So special welcome to them, and also from some of the regular countries we've this year have the privilege of welcoming extra new universities from Thailand. Chiang Mai is joining for the first time, and India for the first time 2 teams are joining, and then from Vietnam we normally just have 1, but this year we have 2 other teams from the north of Vietnam, from Thái Nguyên and from Hanoi Medical University. So I hope I haven't missed anyone. It's got a long list of, I think, 52 teams. So, oh yeah, sorry, from the Philippines, we have 2 new universities joining us. Last year was from, I think, University of Perpetual Help, if I remember the name correctly. This year from Adventist University and Central Escobar. So, so welcome to all these teams, and of course all the other regular teams are joining us again. So, so I will be your quiz master next Sunday after the completion of the Kahoot, when the top 24 teams will meet for the face-to-face. So thank the committee that's worked very hard in a very short time to make this possible. I think the explanations are all very clear. I will just remind you next Sunday of some of the main important things when we meet together for the oral session. Yeah. So of course this online is not as ideal as the physical quiz, but I hope that after this quiz that all the teams can still maintain maintain the friendship and the professional communication amongst one another. And so we are planning an electronic book that will have all the team photographs and also a contact so that you can maintain this even post quiz. You can continue to maintain this community of this interaction between one another. So that's all I want to say for now, and also just to introduce myself so that you are familiar with my face. I have had the opportunity to meet some of you, new teams, on an informal basis, and the rest of you I will get to meet hopefully next Sunday. So with that, I should pass the time back to my students to continue with the session. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Cheng, for the kind words. So
Now we would like to open the floor to participants who have any inquiries. Feel free to unmute your mic and raise your questions. The IDPQ committees will respond to your inquiries.
Hi, I have a question. So during the oral round, are we allowed to discuss with our teammates?
To answer your question, it's a no.
Okay, thank you.
For team 21 participant C, you have raised up your hand, right? Do you have any question?
Yeah, thank you. I would like to confirm. So all rounds will be held the same way. So we're going to answer in the exact same way with writing our answers on the paper, right? And so are we not allowed to be in the same room as our teammates and discuss at all?
Yeah, discussion is strictly prohibited. So you should answer the question by yourself, writing the answer on the whiteboard by yourself. So same goes to the Kahoot round. We encourage the participants to be in different room so that no discussion will be made. So for Kahoot and oral round, please don't be at the same room for all participants.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to ask, like, why is it like the marks from the Kahoot, if we like exit and then join back again, the marks that we have accumulated before will not be calculated into the total?
Wait a minute now. To answer that question is because there is a possibility that participants may quit the Kahoot or disconnect the Kahoot to refer any kind of lecture notes to search for the answer. So make sure you have a stable internet connection. I have to emphasize on this. Make sure you have a stable internet connection so that you are always connected to the Kahoot room. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Team 34, participant C, did you raise up your hand?
Okay, I have a question that on the laptop screen, what kind of situation that will be referred to cheating? Can you explain more? What kind of situation when I using my laptop on a laptop screen? Which kind of situation will be referred as cheating?
For the laptop screen, participants are required to open only two windows, which is the Zoom meeting itself and also the Kahoot tab itself. So the others like WhatsApp or YouTube are prohibited. So please make sure that only one tab is shown in your, it's either Zoom or the Kahoot itself will be shown in your at your laptop. Does that answer the question?
Okay, and thank you for that answer. And the another question is, can I use another paper as a note for me to using it while during the test as a note? Okay.
As long as it's blank and no, it's okay, it's fine. As long as it's blank for answering the question, but please do not use the note for other purposes. If you just want to jot down some words, it's okay, but please don't use it for other cheating purposes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. Well, another question as can I use a calculator while doing the test?
Yeah, sure. Calculator, it's allowed for
Yeah,
the
okay.
test.
Okay, thank you.
May I ask, for sure, do we need to unmute our mic when we answer the oral round questions?
Yes, you have to unmute yourself when it's your turn. So it's like when it's participant A's turn to answer question 1 and 2, participant A must unmute themselves and on their camera in breakout room alpha. Does that answer the question?
You mean we have to unmute like all the period when we were like getting the questions and answering them, or just when we answering them?
Yes, you have to open it all the entire period. So when the quiz master is reading the question, you have to open your mic as well.
Thank you.
And when you're answering, yeah, basically you have to on also. So does this answer your question?
Yes, and another question, please. I'm still like confused about the breakout room. So we have alpha, beta, and gamma, right?
Yes. For the
Can
break,
you?
all right,
Yeah.
I'll explain it again. So for the breakout room, alpha, beta, and gamma, these three breakout rooms will only appear during the oral round. So there will be like for the quarterfinal, only top 24 teams will be eligible for the quarterfinal. The remaining team can either stay at the main lobby or leave the Zoom meeting. So the top 24 teams, as I said, that the quarterfinal, there are 3 sessions. So the teams that are involved in the first session will join breakout room alpha and beta. So for breakout room alpha, they will join using their first device. And for the breakout room beta, they will join using their second device to show the side view. Whereas for session 2 and 3, as session 1 is going on, teams that are in session 2 and 3 will join breakout room gamma as a waiting room. So does this answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Oh yeah, for the breakout room beta itself, right? For invigilation purpose, all participants are required to open their camera all the times, the side camera all the times, no matter you're answering the question or not. But for breakout room alpha, when you are on your camera when you are answering the question. The other times, for like when participant A is answering, participant B from the same team will off their camera in breakout room alpha. Yep. We will wait the floor until 4:50 p.m. Malaysia time. For those who have any other questions, for those participants with any question, you may ask now. The Q&A session will until 4:50 p.m. Malaysia time. Thank you. If you're unable to open your mic, feel free to type in the chat box and we will read it from it. Thank you. Oh, hi, Team 51, participant A. Do you have any question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so during the Kahoot session, we had some issues, our team. If I'm not mistaken, the 49th question, it was skipped for out. And also some of the later questions, there was a 30-second time period to give the response, to give the answer. But at around 15 seconds, it just stopped and gave us the final result.
All right. For that issue, I'm so sorry that it's the Kahoot. Someone accidentally clicked the skip button for the Kahoot round by our committee. So on that competition day itself, it won't have this kind of situation won't happen. I'm so sorry this caused an issue for the participants. So on that day, it will follow 30 seconds for each Kahoot question. After that, it will show the correct answer and then the scoring only the next question. It won't be a very rapid session. Everything will be in a slow pace. I'm so sorry that happened just now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, there's a question from the chat box. Are we allowed to write down the answer on an iPad rather than? You are not encouraged to write it on an iPad because there might be a chance or there might be a possibility for you to go to another tab to look for answer for your lecture note. So participants are highly recommended and required to write it on a piece of paper. And make sure when you're writing the answer in the piece of paper, make sure to use a black whiteboard marker and make sure the words you written are clearly visible by the judges. Because as the rules mention, once as the judges cannot see your answer on the paper, even though you are correct, but you may not get the marks. All right, does that answer your question? I hope that answers. Okay. So all in all, use paper is better. And iPad, I don't use iPad. Okay, next. Can I ask for Kahoot round? Must we on the mic at the breakout room at all time? Yes. For the breakout room during the Kahoot, you will join breakout room 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5 until 8. which one is your respective breakout room. And in a breakout room, for invigilation purpose, you are required to on your camera and your mic as well at the side to show the side view. So does it answer your question? I hope that answers your question. Oh, there's one participant direct message me. Are we allowed to wear face masks in the official competition? Wait a minute now. Yes, you're allowed to wear your face mask throughout the competition, but you have to unmute yourself when you are answering the question in the oral round. It's a must to unmute yourself in the oral round when you're answering the question. So you're allowed to wear face masks, but no communication among your teammates is allowed. I hope that answers your question, Team 39, Participant A. To all participants, there's a small announcement to make. Just now, there is a confusion for the second device during the Kahoot round. So to make things clear, I would like to re-emphasize on this again for the competition day itself. So after the participant introduction video, all participants have to join their respective breakout rooms for an interactive session for around 30 minutes. So participants will join the breakout room for the interactive session by using their first device, which is their laptop. This is with their front camera. This is for to let the interactive session to be much more easier for the participants. After the interactive session has over, participants will leave the breakout room and join back the main lobby to listen for the briefing of the rules and regulation. After listening for the rules and regulation, participants will join their respective breakout room for the Kahoot round invigilation with their second device, with their side view in their breakout room. Whereas for your first device, you will remain at the main lobby and mute yourself and close and off your camera. And also in the main lobby room, we will be sharing screen on the Kahoot website as to show that whether you have successful registered or successful logged in into the Kahoot room. So that it's much more easier and easier for all participants to know that they have joined the Kahoot. So all in all, during the interactive session, you will join using your laptop, your first device. And for the Kahoot round, after interactive session, it will be a short briefing of the rules and regulation. After the briefing, it will be the Kahoot round. So for the Kahoot round, you will join your respective breakout room with your second device only. And your first device will remain at the lobby to check whether you have joined in the Kahoot round. So I hope my explanation is clear. Okay, there's another question in the chat box from Team 12, Participant B. When the oral round is going on and Participant A is answering, should that time Participant B and C open their camera? For breakout room beta, okay, for breakout room beta, all participants A, B, C has to on their camera at all times. This is for invigilation purpose. So in breakout room beta, on your cameras at all times, no matter you are A, B, C, and mute yourself. Mute yourself for those who are involved in that specific session. But for breakout room gamma, the waiting room, participants will off their camera and mute themselves. That's for the gamma, for the waiting room. Does that answer your question? You're most welcome. All right. Last question. Oh, there's another question. Oh, I just want to get some clarification. It was mentioned. Wait a minute now. All right. For the questions from Team 20, we do not have an answer for this question now, and we will discuss with our project advisor, Prof. Cheng, regarding this issue, and we will get back to you by announcing the answer in the main participant WhatsApp group. Is this okay? All right. Thank you. Is there any more question from the participants or from the lecturers? Okay, team 28, will we be guided as? Yes, you will be guided. There will be invigilators and there will be a committee members in each of the breakout room alpha, beta, and gamma. There will be a committee helping you out. So if you are lost, you are confused that which room should I join, or etc., the invigilators will help you out. Just type in the chat box or just open your mic to do so. The invigilators or the committee in, like for instance, in breakout room gamma, will inform like, oh, when session 2 has started, or then participants from session 2 in breakout room gamma will join breakout room alpha, and so on, so on. Does this answer your question? Ask Shafiq the radio also. If there is no question, then I'll pass it to the MC. Thank you.
So this marks the end of our duty as the master of ceremony for today's event. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you for joining. Bye. Okay.
If participants have any question, feel free to text in your WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Do ask. Bye guys.
Thank you for joining.